Hello, everyone. It's me, KG Chris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. I mentioned it as was a possibility. I wasn't sure earlier in episode 125 of Folks Talking Sports that the Rockets general manager Rafael Stone's Zoom session would be available in the NBA's media content section. I have not seen it yet on Rockets website, so I pulled some comments from Rafael's Q&A with the media after the Rockets finished third, landed the third pick in the NBA draft lottery. Here are some of his comments. He's in a hotel room. The lighting is not great, but you'll see for yourself. But listen to what he had to say.
What was your reaction to moving up as much as you did, and how would you evaluate the top picks of this draft? Let's say the top four, considering that's where you always seem to draft.
I don't know about always, but actually maybe literally always, but probably won't last forever. Sorry, I got sidetracked on that thought. You're asking me to evaluate the top of this draft, is that correct?
Yes, and what was your reaction when you got the news?
I think I was happy. So I got it in kind of I was actually on a flight from France to the U.S. and my Wi-Fi cut out. So the first thing to come through were random texts, so I could tell we moved up, but I couldn't tell to where, and I couldn't tell how. I couldn't tell which pick. So it took me a little while to figure it out. So maybe I was a little more confused than normal. But yeah, no, generally happy. And then, I think the top of this draft is strong. I was just in Europe watching a couple of kids who are, very talented, and there are some guys here in the States and in Australia. So I think the top of this draft is pretty strong.
Any follow-up, Jonathan?
No, I'm okay. I noticed you said you were in France, but there's, I guess, a lot of players in the top four come out of there these days.
I guess so. I mean, one of the cool things about our game and our league is this truly become a worldwide league. And so, so I do think it makes evaluating talent more difficult because just like I think a men wasn't super easy for people to evaluate because he came from OTE, which no one had done before. And so similarly, I think this year there's going to be quite a few guys coming from backgrounds that are a little bit different. And it does make the evaluation process a little harder, but it doesn't mean the players are less talented. But yeah, I do think, we like our team and we like the position we're in. And we think that if we did nothing this summer, that we would be a better team next year, just because of the growth internally of all of our young players, as well as getting some of the guys who are injured back, hopefully, and able to play. So the possibility of adding another young talented player through the draft, or through trade, or however that ends up working out. Yeah, we're excited about that possibility. My job is to take every phone call for sure if someone's got an idea, but also to make it and talk to every team about every possibility and try and figure out if there's something that we think makes us a better team and organization, both in the short term and the long term. And so I'll do that. I did that 3 years ago, last year. I mean, there's really only 2 times a year that the market in the NBA gets a little bit liquid, kind of around the trade deadline and around the draft. And so we need to make every phone call and have every discussion, and we'll do that. But we certainly won't do any deals that we don't think are really good for us. And we'll just balance it all out and make the best decisions we can. I don't think a whole lot's changed for me. I mean, I'll walk you through the thinking at the time, which was just that we want to win championships, and that really hasn't changed for us. And so we didn't think that there was a trade that set us up to do that better than than trying to get a lot of picks. Like that's really simple. Like, and I guess just organizationally, we're not afraid to take a little bit of risk and some pain to give ourselves a chance to be really special and really good. We're definitely, I want to make clear, we are not really special or really good right now, but that is our goal, and our goal is to get there as quickly as we can and to stay there as long as we can. And so looking back, I guess 3 years ago now, at the decisions we made, it was that with those goals in mind, I think the decision was actually was, at least for me, a very, pretty easy one. And I think by the time we ultimately ended up making kind of, it wasn't just one trade either, but kind of a series of trades. At the time we made the very first one, I think everybody internally in our organization was completely aligned on the rationale for why and kind of, the process for how to go about it.
There you go, Rocket fans. What are your thoughts on what GM Rafael Stone said after today's NBA draft lottery? Rockets landed a third pick in the lottery. Rafael touched on some possibilities, his thinking behind the pick, the talent at the top of the draft. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below this video. Subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Spread the word about the channel. Spread the word about the content here on the channel. And always remember, you can buy some merch and support the Roundball Review that way as well. And of course, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.